Ukrainian, promoted by the Klitschko's.
Marquez at third. This was the Chris John fight. And outboxing.
Fedchenko right now, see how jittery he seems.
So jittery. Once he gets the right distance, so that should tire him.
At his best when he had to chase well for him. Now he moves forward and goes down.
But, you know, he's not a flawless fighter. He does get hit, and he does puff up. And Michael Katsis, Marco Antonio.
Go. Opening round in Las Vegas. Marquez, opponent for anyone out there.
First Timothy.
That's not going to be easy.
So far, that's why I said that it's going to get to him. He's basically, Marquez is going to assist.
Manuel Marquez comes in.
Give him feints. That's what he's telling them. So give him feints.
And as you see
in most Mexico City, Marquez.
Fedchenko is not physically strong.
The only loss that he made, he took the fight Marquez needs to do here.
More aggressive to make this offense. Fedchenko now dancing around and then rifles out a decent right hand. Stand there and be
hand fighter, hand natural fighter, not a jab, but jab then fight.
Jabs an overhand right, then he changes up his hook to the body. Why? He's a superstar fighter.
He's in this, and he lands as Marquez jump. Good.
Juan Manuel Marquez, but he's still tagging him.
There's a good stiff jab from Marquez. He really showed it in that round. Fedchenko is the guy who's known for his. Had a pretty good round, though, utilizing his own jab.
We'll see Marquez with a real stiff jab go running into that.
So in Las Vegas, we watch it with you in Mexico City, in front of tens of their hometown hero.
He had more single punch power than does Juan Manuel.
By the moment, he's now in this dynamic between. He's gotten through those opening rounds and
awkwardness, he's European style, and tagging him with straight right hands and then solid jabs.
We mentioned the brother combination of Marquez with his brother Rafael, and around a little bit there.
But loose, I don't know. Yeah. Wouldn't drop my hands in front of Mark. Midsection of Fedchenko.
That's the one.
And I think they're the kind of shots that are going to stop Fedchenko. His hands trying to intimidate Marquez, trying to taunt him to come in.
His shoulders are visibly relaxed now. Again, there's another good body shot by Marquez. He is. That doesn't mean he is Fred.
No, and he's just awkward enough, too, to make it a little rough on him.
There by Juan Manuel Marquez. Now he...
Juan Manuel Marquez starting to get a little more aggressive in that third left hook. Going to the body. There's that left. He didn't come into play that much against Pacquiao because the straight rights against Pacquiao were the ones that really did damage.
And hey, he's a super, but I think he's doing the right thing. So far, after the body shots by Marquez, it seems like his speed is not the same.
Marquez, of course,
fires up those occasions.
Fedchenko's throwing less punches in this round.
It almost sense when he lowered it, and we haven't seen that in this round. Marquez.
By Marquez, always effective.
Find the right distance, but I think rounded.
First I seen Marquez, he looks a little bulkier, looking weight by eating.
Really finding him with as the rounds go on, he will be the better man emerging. Yet he is 38. Again to the body.
He's looking for that. He's looking for Fedchenko. It could spell doom.
Go now back up and move.
Fedchenko looked like he was sucking air pretty hard. And one of the reasons is because Marquez is throwing body well.
And that's what I was talking about. He changes up combinations. He never throws the same combo.
The straight rights, overhand right.
He's a big top for a big, as long as he wins this fight in front of a man with an all-time great resume.
It's been an interesting dynamic of the career fight with Marco Antonio Barrera. There's a good that are fighting the spectacular performance. Victor
after him, he indeed has into that rushing in, and he got picked apart by Marquez. Good combination there by.
Well, that's Marquez's style. He's
those rights now.
Fifth round in Mexico City. Juan Manuel Marquez fighting Sergey Fedchenko, returning home to Mexico, winning all of these.
Mentioned that Marquez came to the United States and was fighting at a high level. Top he was here because he maybe just.
I don't know if it's going to work out.
One final word on the brother combination between the two, Juan Manuel and Rafael. They're so close that they married.
Marquez opens up now, and he's starting to.
We need to step up.
Here's the action. picking up in every round with his accuracy and power, setting down more on his punches right now. You see that scorching right hand. And even though Fedchenko was firing back and landing at times, he was being overpowered.
Yeah, landing on the hip and then landing on the head. It was like Marquez is to
throw both body shots. An uppercut.
Kind of if you saw that last right that fell short by Marquez himself exposed.
Uppercut lands again. Fedchenko fires back now. After Corley's prime, his career, top of his game.
Well, he's not disgracing. He's done well with his jab. I mean,
I got him losing every round, but he's giving Marquez some good work. If I stay active, they're going to help him.
Well, we were talking about the possibility. We disagree. What the marketplace will say to that fight. I don't know, but he's the one standing in front of Marquez, not me.
Fedchenko, again, the fight for Marquez right now. I think they're the ones that really.
Another 140-pound champion
make things a little Marquez, and again, we've seen Marquez getting the job done and staying.
Depends.
Straight at you. That's when you're going to see the best of Juan Manuel.
The number one fighter in the world, pound for pound. Ate a right hand there by Pacquiao, and it's even.
Whispered in my ear, he said, "Rich, I can't in this fight."
People full size and stature and greatness.
About Marquez is the fact that he's
the great. I think. Why are you going to change straight? Nacho Bernstein won many titles. He feels comfortable with them.
Exchange there in the final seconds. Looks like he's losing some steam, but then fires back. A spirited combination. Good jab there in the final seconds of round 7. Working the body very well. Throws this uppercut, lands flush.
He is one of the really outstanding practitioners of the uppercut in boxing, and that is most unusual combination. Did you see that? He just
down the middle, but he didn't get enough room there. He backed up. There we see again. Working the left hook to the liver, then changing it up with the upper.
I mean, is this
more? We're in the 8th round. Jab is weighing more. Pound the beat. Just maybe he'll get him out of there.
I said,
and Fedchenko he's still
going to make himself fairly elusive, even when he's in close. He'll move his head. He'll snap out a little sneaky jab.
Starts with those flurries, which is better. There it is.
Name off anything.
Movement of Fedchenko, the little speed combinations and angles is a
combination. They were a light tap, speed away, making a miss.
They want to see him
interested in that.
Obviously.
Marquez cranking up that left hook. Look at you can see it. We mentioned Marquez's muscularity, and when he grits his teeth, he took one right there in return, no doubt about it, from Fedchenko, and that forced Marquez to get a little bit wild. Biceps, and there's certainly a muscularity now to Marquez that didn't exist.
Action here in Las Vegas. Then Mike Alvarado and Mauricio went to Alvarado, and a stunt.
He needs more speed. He needs to be more.
As we're looking at his newfound muscle.
He just needs to let his punches go. Let him frustrate. He's trying too hard to not. They don't like what they see.
And not only
he starts to do all of these little moves where he feels a little more comfortable, and he catches Marquez on the way in.
It's a typical situation. I mean, try to win the fight, or you trying to go 12 rounds so that you can say, I went 12 rounds with the great
face of Marquez. And for Marquez,
well, demanding a 4th fight with Manny Pacquiao, or at least big fights for him in the future.
But obviously, Fedchenko is a European junior welterweight. A certain level of power.
Marquez would be more body punches, but Fedchenko is doing a pretty good job of keeping the fight at ring center, not where you see here in this reap center, and keeping it long range. And if that's the case, he's not going to get beat to the.
We'll see Juan Manuel Marquez. You see him lunging just a little bit, like he just can't get close enough to Fedchenko at times. That's because Fedchenko's not giving him the right distance. He's stepping back,
hurting him to the body, and that has 10th round scheduled for
Marquez. The way that comes forward, or am I going to fight him like Kerwood did, or guys that tripled him by
have that level of skill? But what he does on Marquez, and it's not as if he's not landing. again, a lot of it is the matchmaking here. And again, bringing the European fighter, that hook definitely caught the right hand. When you get two boxers together, they're going to have a boxing match. Right hand by Marquez.
You wonder a little bit, you know, if a
good straight right hand by Marquez. He answers back again. Now he's catching on the chin. Crowd comes around.
It may have been an unspectacular finish to an unspectacular fight if he can.
Fedchenko a little more rattled, clearly. A rough weight for him, clearly, but still.
Yeah, against a Marquez at a higher weight. Here you see Marquez really beginning to open it up in this last round, beginning to feel it, and beginning to, in his mind, provide perhaps a finish to this fight. Juan's really the Marquez opponent. That's the one.
Fedchenko, he went up against
2 rounds.
Fedchenko firing back, showing some spirit. Oh, good right hand by Marquez. And now Fedchenko
here, power punches.
Fedchenko drop it.
You'd figure Marquez will have choices. Sadly, see how that unfolds. In addition to the 2 men that we saw fighting, so no more, can't hold down. The European champ determined not to go away.
To remember, now this is a guy who's been mostly a lightweight. Now
those fans looking to close the show.
Open there, he got off balance. Was a little bit defensively excellent combination, but Juan has his hands full. Marquez is going to get off the gas pedal in this last round.
On here, you hear the crowd is a complete professional. You always know he's coming in top shape, and he's winning this for some sort of mandate.
Of course, with Manny, you can't be sure how long he's going to go, how many more fights he will.
Coming up in June with Timothy Bradley.
Bradley is difficult. You know, he's rugged, strong, he's rugged, good right hand, wobbles Fedchenko. And now he moves in.
Marquez is going to try to close the show.
Hit him with the right hand. Fedchenko is hurt. He snapped his head with, looks to close in.
Here to Mexico.
Fans certainly want it.
Can Marquez close the show? Good right hand, good combination. Follows up. Now they trade.
That jab hurt Fedchenko.
And now Fedchenko pulling, but he knows he's in the finals. But Juan Manuel Marquez in front of tens of thousands in his home city makes a triumphant homecoming.
I don't think...
Yeah, I think they have to be happy. And they probably thought the same thing, that please, no more 30 seconds left in this fight. Because it was agonizing for them, I'm sure, as he was unshaken.
Marquez was trying to produce the big finish. He was giving it his all. He was coming in. He was setting down on his punches. And Fedchenko could look at Marquez and say, "You did knock me down, Juan Manuel."
Better off not saying that and walking out. Walks out with self-respect. And it's a good point. I think, right, he's a viable opponent now.